Hi everyone. Today we're going to be dividing fractions. And I know normally when you think of dividing, you think of getting smaller numbers. But today when we're dividing with unit fractions, we're going to see that that's not always the case. So if I had 2 divided by 1/3, I'm going to start this out with a model like we've been doing with each type of fraction operation. So 2 divided by 1/3. I've got my 2 rectangles and I'm going to divide them into thirds. And we can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces now. So that also answers the question of how many thirds are in 2. So if we had just 1/3, we would have 3. Or if we had 1 piece, we'd have 3 thirds. And then whenever we have 2 pieces, we have 6. So we started out with 2, but whenever we divided it into smaller pieces, that gave us a larger number. So let's look at another example. Now we've got 4 divided by half. So I'm going to divide each of these rectangles in half. And I can count my pieces. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 divided by half is going to give me 8. So again, since we made smaller pieces, we ended up with a bigger number. Alright, so I have 3 candy bars that I want to break into fourths to share with friends. How many friends will get a fourth of a candy bar? So I've got 3 candy bars here to kind of model this problem. And you know, they're already kind of divided, so this makes it a little bit easier, but I'm going to see how many friends I can share if I want to break these into fourths. So with the first one, you know, I can think about, you know, drawing a model, and I would cut the candy bar. So I'm going to divide it into fourths. So I would have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and then 4/4. So I know, you know, with 1 candy bar, I can give 4 friends a fourth of a candy bar. So there are 4 fourths in 1 candy bar. So I can use that to help me figure out how many fourths are in 3 candy bars. So I know if I have 4 in 1, if I'm going to figure out how many I have in 3, I would just do 4 times 3. So let's see if we get that. So I'm going to go ahead and break my second one. So I've got 4 more, so that's a total of 8. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that means that I'm able to share this candy bar with 12 friends. They'll each get a fourth of a piece. So if I have 3 candy bars and I divide it by a fourth, then I know my answer is going to be 12. I have 9 pounds of candy here, and I want to know how many bags can I make if I put a ½ pound in each bag. So I've got 9 pounds, and I'm going to put a ½ pound in each bag. So this would be 9 divided by half, and I know that would be 18 bags. Now, if I change it and I want to put only 1/3 pound of candy in each bag, I still have the 9 pounds, but I'm going to do 1/3 pound in each bag. Then I would be able to make 27 bags. So you can see whenever I put a smaller amount in each bag, I'm able to make more bags. So don't ask why I have all this candy. I know some of you know the answer. So another type of problem that we're going to look at is a unit fraction divided by a whole number. So in this case, we start out with less than whole and we're dividing it into even smaller pieces. So to model this problem, I've got a fourth here, and I went ahead and did the entire model, but I'm starting out with only a fourth here. And then I'm dividing that into 3 pieces. So if I go all the way across with my model, it can help me to get my answer. So if I want to know what is 1/4 divided by 3, my answer is one of these pieces here. So I've got, you can see that it's divided into 12 pieces. So I've my answer is going to be 1/12. So another type of problem that we would see with this type of unit fraction divided by a whole number could be a situation where I have 1/3 of a liter of Gatorade and I'm going to pour it into these 3 cups. So I want to know how much of a liter would be in each cup. So I've got 1/3 divided by 3. So let me write that down. So my 1/3 of a liter, and I divided it between the 3 cups. So if I were to show a model for that, I can divide it into thirds. And again, this portion is what I have, and then I'm going to divide it into 3 parts. So my answer is this piece right here, which would be 1 out of the 9 pieces. So each cup is going to get 1/9 of a liter of the Gatorade. All right, now I have half of a candy bar and I want to split it with 3 friends. What fraction of the whole candy bar will they each get? So we're going to use another model on this one. And keep in mind, now we only have half of a candy bar. So that means that we know they're going to get less than half. So I've already divided this in half, and I'm going to use the whole candy bar to kind of help with my model. But I've divided it in half, and now I'm going to divide it into 3 parts to share with my 3 friends. And so now if we look at this, we see that we have 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, and then over here, just to kind of complete my model, I have 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6. So if we want to know what each friend will get, they'll each get 1/6 of the entire candy bar. So if you wanted to draw a model to show our candy bar, we've got it here split in half, and remember we only have half of the candy bar. So I'm going to divide it into 3 parts, and I'm going to go ahead and again use the entire model to show. But now you can see that there are 6 parts, and I've got this portion right here, and one of my friends will get 1/6 of the candy bar. So that answers our question. They'll each get 1/6 of the candy bar. All right, now it's time for you to work some problems on your own in Google Classroom. Have fun with it, and let me know if you have any questions.